Good morning. Welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, Remote Off-Grid Homestead Series. Alright, I've been messing around and trying to fix the chickens, and what I've discovered is that it's not a problem with a single mod. It is the interaction between 3 to 4 different mods, and 2 of them are core to this series. So I am going to kind of brute force fix this and then use the easy development controls to reset everything to how it should be after I brute force it. Alright, so let's get started here. I'm going to have to build a chicken pen. Right. Before I do that, I need to write down how much money I got. So I have see, $247,224. All right. Okay. So I'll grab the pickup and the chicken trailer. Get over here to the shop. Alright, open animal dialogue. Leghorn hen. That's not what leghorn roosters look like. Alright, so I'm going to choose the Plymouth Rock hen. Need 80 of them. Now, why won't it go into my... Uh-huh. Huh. Well, am I going to have to do it 40 and 40? Hmm. Okay. I don't get why. This is kind of what Plymouth Rock look like, but not really. This is more like Americana. Or what's the other one? Shit. I should know. I had a bunch of ducks that have the same name. Anyway. Yeah, because these are just black and white. They're black and white spots. They're not barred. Akona, that's it. Akona chickens. That's what these really look like. I used to have Akona ducks. But my family refused to eat the duck eggs. They refused to eat the duck. So there was no point in me keeping them if nobody but me was going to eat them. Okay, move animals. I see. What is going on here? Okay. Boy, this is a lot of running back and forth. Alright. Okay. Alright. Just a minute. Be right back, I swear. Heater on, heater off. Light on, light off. Where's my TV remote? Can't find my phone. Alright, be right back. Okay, I'm back. It's a lot of work trying to be a gamer while raising a wife, a mother, and a son all at the same time. Alright. And Click says she wants me to raise her too. Of course, she knows I'm messing around with her step siblings over here. Since until I managed to trap her and then tame her back down, she was living with my chickens. Yeah, I have no idea how long she was actually out there before I saw her for the first time. And it took me about a month to catch her. And I know during that time she, before I saw her and started living cat food out there for her, I know she was eating the chicken food. But, while it does have some protein in it, I can't imagine, chicken food, being a healthy food for a cat. But she lives in the house now and she's one very spoiled cat. Although I really tried to find someone to adopt her, but couldn't find anybody that wanted another cat. Okay. I'm gonna go around here to the animal dealer. All right. So now, all right. Clicky Moustache, huh? All right. All right. Our open animal dialogue. Okay, so I'm gonna move to this one. Come on, all 40. There we go. Okay. Hey, look, we already got eggs. All right. We're moving up in the world. All right. So, Okay, good. Let's head back to the animal dealer again. I wonder just how many chickens do I need to get exactly 1 pallet of eggs a month? Oh, it's some shaking up chicken nuggets. Since there's no other drivers out here, I'm in a really bad habit not using my turn signal. I'll get a ticket if I ever have to drive in the city again. Alright, animal dialogue. So, now I wonder if these chickens have different laying rates, because in real world, a leghorn will lay white eggs and it'll lay a lot more eggs than a Plymouth Rock will, as where Plymouth Rock lays brown eggs. Uh, I'll just stick with all Plymouth Rock for now. If I build a third coop, I will experiment and see. Alright, 80. That's a lot of fluffy butts there. Well, in theory, you can make the chicken pasture as big as you want. It doesn't hold very much food, so it's not really a good idea to make a really, really big chicken pasture. Okay, now set money to, it was 247,224. All right, there we go. And now, just to make sure, okay, good, saving automatically. I was gonna make a save game, make sure everything was locked in, but the game was a step ahead of me. Schemes, no schemes, tax. Yeah, I don't know when that will. It says this month, but obviously it didn't mean at the beginning of the month, so maybe it means at the end of the month. That is generally how government works. If they give you a range, it's going to be the very last moment of that time range. Yeah, it's kind of a shame I can't pull this hay trailer with the pickup. I have to use either a tractor or the Unimog. Of course, in real life, farmers pull hay trailers, hay wagons with pickups all the time. Although I can understand why you would need a tractor or an Unimog if it was fully loaded. It's like my International here, even though it might be a V8 engine, but considering the time frame it is, it probably only has like 150 horsepower. Probably something like 300 foot-pounds of torque, but still only about 150 horsepower. And since it's got road gears instead of, working gears, it doesn't, that 150 horsepower doesn't pull as well as 60 horsepower a tractor does. Matter of fact, considering the age of my pickup, it would not be all that unexpected if it was only a inline 6. I think if it was a Ford or a Chevy, it would undoubtedly be an inline 6. Yeah, not GM, International had some kind of weird displacement numbers too. I guess all the different manufacturers had a few, oddball displacements. I believe International had like a 375. So where GM, they of course use the 350. Ford uses the 351 or the 352. Yes, I remember the International had a 330, a 375, and then like a 435. And then both Ford and Dodge Chrysler had 360s. Dodge's kind of odd one was the 318. It's a fairly good engine for what it was, but yeah, Dodge has always had at least the fairly decent engines. Their problem's always been transmissions and body quality. Oh, and electrical problems, although GM developed a lot of that too. Alright, I'll see you at the shop. Here we go. So, I got 12,645. Nice. Alright, I'll see you back at the farm. Alright, here we are. I think the second half of the month is going to be the official top off the chicken food part of the month. Since the first half of the month is the official top off the water part. And speaking of water, let's take care of that right now. So now I have 3 jobs for the pickup. Transporting me around, doing the water, and hauling chickens. Although later on it might be drafted into hauling other animals as well, depending on what type of livestock trailer I get. It's a little too early to tell, but I only see 1 pallet of bags. I'm hoping that both of those will chip into the same pallet. That's the reason why I tried to overlap their area so much. But I'll be back when the water is done. Alright. That is, the watering is done, so parked away. Go ahead and advance to the next day. So, alright, so let's check on my grant. Applied June, assessment November, and yeah, there's nothing here if it's been accepted, denied, or what. Let's see if there's anything I want to sell. Flour. 808. Okay. Canola oil. Alright. Yeah, so I need to sell my canola oil. since canola oil is pretty heavy, I'm going to put it on the bottom. Just a second. Alright. My son was passing through, so I want to let him know there was pizza rolls in the freezer for him. But didn't want personal conversation to be recorded for YouTube. I'll tell you about it, because I'm not shy. But still, don't need to be recording it. He has a YouTube channel too, but I don't think he's uploaded anything in a really long time. Because his mom freaked out about the idea that her son was uploading content to YouTube. And she didn't seem to understand the difference between YouTube and OnlyFans, which is kind of surprising since she spends so much time on YouTube herself. Kind of makes me wonder what content she's watching. Yeah, he's a gamer too, but unfortunately we both play vastly different games. The only real crossover between us is we both play Pokemon. Yeah, on my main gaming channel, I actually have a Let's Play of Pokemon Polished Crystal going on in addition to my Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It was actually the first videos I ever uploaded was the original Crystal. I didn't realize it, but my main gaming channel, Frosty Thundertrod, turned 20 years old in March. Straddle the tongue here. See if I can get these to set on top. I can. How about that? That's convenient. Alright. Okay, so it appears that my grand scheme works. It will indeed fill up by putting the two chicken coops side by side. They both fill up one pallet. Excellent. Now for eggs, the rule is every 3 months or when I have a full pallet to go, so. Looks like I'm going to have like one full pallet per episode at this rate. Oops. Yeah, I want to kind of center this if I can. Here, I'm going to turn it around, come from the side. I'll straddle the tongue again to load it. This is going to be quite a haul with all the canola oil and a pallet of eggs. Alright. That's quite a load of produce. Alright. I will see you at the shop. Alright, here we are at the shop. Let's see how much money we make. Wow. $37,649. Very, very nice. Very, very nice indeed. Alright, I'll see you back at the farm. Alright, here I am back at the farm. And I'm going to grab some grain for the chickens. While I'm going by the silo here. Alright, looks like I have a good amount of grain to get me through, but we'll see. Actually, I'm not going to park it right away. I'm about half a tank of diesel, so I'm going to go ahead and put some diesel in it first. I wonder if the roll is made when you first apply for the grant or if it's made at the end of the waiting period. But let's check, see if it's done anything. No, I don't see any action here, so alright. Let's go ahead and advance time to December. Then I'll check again, save, and lock in whatever the result is. I heard something trigger. I've received a violation for animal field feed policy. I don't see why. Oh, probably because since I just bought them, their health wasn't very high. Okay. So, bureaucratic. Alright, grants. Applied June, assessment November, and what? No approved grants. It's just sitting there. Huh. Well, I don't know what's going on with that. What? Policies? Huh. Okay. Must have been counting the time I transferred them through that. Yeah, well, whatever. Well, anyway, I locked in what where we're at now, so thank you very much for watching.